Hey guys, and welcome back to another episode of the Spurs Career Mode. In today's episode, we're finishing off Season 1, where we have a chance to win Champions League. So without further ado, let's jump straight into it as we face Bodo Glimt in the opening game of the episode, where we take a brilliant 4-1 victory. Next up for us is Burnley in the Premier League, where we unfortunately get a 2-2 draw where we probably should have lost. Final group stage game now as we face Villarreal, where unfortunately we can only get a 1-1 draw. So as we look into the group stage standings, we find out we have finished 7th and comfortably inside the top 8. We head back over to the Premier League now as we face Man City at home, where instantly we go on the attack down the left hand side through Kulusevski into Udogie, who hits it on his right foot and puts it straight into the back of the net as we take an early lead. That is enough to give us a half-time lead. Making some substitutions now to try and see out this game. And that is exactly what we do, as we get a chance down the left-hand side through Savinho, who cuts in for Kulusevski, plays it to Kudus, who fires it into the back of the net to give us a 2-0 lead and seal the victory against Man City. Up against the other side of Manchester now as we face Man United, where we get a comfortable 2-0 win as Savinho and Van de Ven get on the score sheet. Up next for us now is Newcastle, where yet again we get a 2-1 victory as Kulusevski and Spence are on the score sheet. Rotating the team now as we face Wolves in the FA Cup, where we just managed to get the win as Bergvall gets the winner. Up now is the North London derby as we face Arsenal, where Samu gets the winner as we win against our rivals. Some more Premier League action now as we face Fulham away from home, where we get a comfortable 3-1 victory as Savinho gets a brace. Next up for us now is Crystal Palace at home, where Savinho gets yet another brace and we comfortably get yet another victory. Next round in the FA Cup as we face Chelsea at home, where we unfortunately are now knocked out as Palmer and Marquinhos score in a 2-0 away win. Facing Man City now in the Champions League knockout stages, where we unfortunately go 1-0 behind in the first leg. Next up for us is a game in the Premier League as we face Liverpool, where we make it 2 losses in a row as Samu's consolation goal isn't quite enough. Jumping into play our second leg now against Man City in the Champions League, where we get an early chance as Kudus drives it down the right hand side, cuts it back for Samu, who puts it in the back of the net in the 24th minute to get our equaliser. Half time and we lead in this game, but it is 1-1 on aggregate. In the 53rd minute, City get a chance as a long ball through to Haaland finds him in acres of space, and he does exactly what Haaland always does and puts it in the back of the net to give City an advantage again. Moving on to our next moment, in the 73rd minute, a loose ball from Doku finds Xavi, who plays it into Samu, and some slick play down the left side plays Samu through on goal, and he gets another goal in this tight game and make it 2-2 on aggregate. In the 90th minute now, and a quick break from us as Kudus drives the ball forward and he squares it all the way across to the back post to find Savinho, who just about puts it in the back of the net with the very last touch of the game to win us the game on aggregate 3-2. After those absolute scenes in the Champions League, we are back into the Premier League to face Nottingham Forest now, and we get a comfortable 4-1 victory. But we have a problem now as our star man up front, Samu, has picked up a 2-week-long groin injury. So that means Matthias Tell will start up top in our Champions League knockout game against Liverpool, where he gets a goal as we go to Anfield and get a 3-goal lead. Game in between these two legs now as we face Sunderland at the Stadium of Light, where we get the 2-0 win and the 3 points. Now moving on to the second leg where we should comfortably make it through, and we do just that as a 2-2 draw on the night is enough to see us through. Back to the Premier League now as we face Brighton at our home ground, where we get the 3-1 win as Tell gets yet another goal. Samu is back in the lineup now as we face Wolves away from home, but straight away he gets sent off in the 69th minute after scoring. Semi-final time as we face Juventus at home for the first leg, where we get a 1-1 draw and Udogie gets sent off. Premier League game in between the two legs as we face Villa away from home, where we get the 3 points as Savinho gets the winner. Time for our second leg now against Juventus, where we nick a 1-0 win as Porro gets the winner, sending us through to the Champions League final. Time for a long run of Premier League fixtures now as we start off against Leeds, where we get a 2-2 draw. Next up for us is Chelsea away from home, where we lose 2-0 as Pedro and Palmer get on the score sheet. This leaves us in 5th on the final day as we face Everton, where we get an early chance just 4 minutes in as Xavi picks up the ball in the midfield, plays a slick 1-2 with Samu and puts it into the back of the net with fine composure. Half time and we are leading 1-0 on the final day. Straight after half time we get the ball down the left hand side through Xavi, who plays it back for Kulusevski, who drives inside and takes a shot which gets a massive deflection off James Tarkowski and goes into the back of the net, making all 5 substitutions at once now as we look to get a 3rd goal in this game. We could do just that as Minte drives it down the right hand side, plays it into Odobert, who drives through the heart of defence and puts it into the back of the net. Just 56 minutes into the 68th minute now, and we get another chance as Odobert plays it through to Tell, who cuts inside, finesse shot into the far corner to make it 4 for us. Full time and we secure a 4-0 win on the final day, which puts us just inside the top 4 on goal difference. And now it's time to face Real Madrid in the Champions League final. We're at half time, we are all level, but by the final whistle, Rodrigo's goal has won them the game. So this is a team that came narrowly close to winning the Champions League, and the team we will go again with next season, as Samu is our top scorer with 25 goals this season. Unfortunately, 2 players' contracts are running out this season, and that is Davies and Basuma. Thank you for making it all the way to the end of today's video. If you enjoyed, then make sure to drop a like and subscribe to the channel for more content just like this one. Comment down below any signings you would like to see for the next season, and I will see you guys next time for episode 4 and the start of season 2 of the Spurs career mode. Bye for now.